East-West showdown with 2 titles on the line. Here are the highlights from Salt Lake City from 250 East-West. They call it the Dave Coombs Sr. East-West Shootout. Exciting enough on its own to get the best 250 talent in one race. But then with titles on the line, tied between that man, Levi Kitchen, and RJ Hampshire. In the West, Tom Vial had a 15-point gap over Hayden Deegan coming in, but Deegan was riding incredibly well. There he is all afternoon and in the heat race. Vial struggled in his heat. Some pressure on.
Yeah, Tom definitely didn't have the best of day. It started off in the heat race, but then he came out and executed his start. I mean, this was the goal #1. He did it from the outside, and I think at that point, Ricky, for him, it was all about just kind of staying up. But that West Coast, we saw RJ in front of Levi there, and that kind of race was on. But Hayden Deegan did everything he needed to do.
100%. A little bit of drama there, as you will see a little bit later in this debrief of the race. But you talked about, yeah, this wasn't Tom's best day for sure, but he had the best days when it counted earlier on, and he deserved this right to be in this position to basically just mail it on in. And at the end of the day, the check's going to cash the same way.
Yep, absolutely. I go back to what we saw in Philadelphia,
yeah.
The reason why. But
that's right.
This guy, I mean,
hey,
I don't even know what to say. He represented Dade City to the fullest, and
he earned it. He earned it.
Yes,
straight up earned it. He was faster all day long, except for the heat race, but he performed.
Yep.
He performed.
Here's the critical juncture here. Kitchen, it took forever to get to Thrasher, never got around Shimoda, and with that gap, he couldn't get to Hampshire.
Yeah, it was going to be tough for him, and that's pretty much where his championship was, because Levi was actually catching him, and he had RJ to a spot where they were right there, and then this was teammate on teammate action.
Jordan Smith and Deegan.
Yeah, but what you don't see, there was a little bit, Hayden Deegan was starting to look back to Jordan. Jordan just got frustrated, and he went in for him, but Hayden Deegan held on. But the real winner was that guy in second place right there.
Yeah, Hampshire got right to him. Deegan wins the race, 3rd victory of the year. Going to come up short of the 250 East title. There's Hampshire clinching the West Championship with 2nd place. And here's Vial bringing it home.
He's like, I'm not even going outside.
No.
I'm going down here.
Yeah, 2 champions right there, both incredible stories. I mean, a miraculous turnaround for Tom Vial, and then someone who we watched grow up, James and I, RJ Hampshire, did a lot with a small little town in Central Florida, and to see him, took him a while, but he got it done.
Yep. And congratulating each other. KTM, Husqvarna, and GasGas are all part of the same ownership group, so the bikes are very similar, and Hampshire has been saying what this means. Not just him winning, but Vial doing it as well. The Austrian brand sweeping the 250 championships this year against some of the perennial powerhouses like Monster Star Racing Yamaha, and it was a renaissance year for Monster Pro Circuit Kawasaki, but they're denied the titles. It will go to Deegan, the race win.
Yeah.
But Hampshire's 2nd place finish wraps it up in the West, and Vial finished 8th. Kitchen 5th. Didn't get it.
No. Yeah, no, he didn't. But Levi, he stepped up. I mean, what he was able to do on Monster Energy. I mean, despite the results, Mitch Payton is here. I mean, what he was able to do with Joe at the end of last year, and working on the motorcycle, it shows that it's paying off. But all props to this guy right here, RJ. 10 years.
Yeah. Huge turnaround, though, like you said, with Levi Kitchen. He did end the result, probably not what he wanted, but he has got to be pumped. That is a huge improvement from last year, right?
Oh, yeah. Kitchen, I think, is starting to get on the radar as maybe the next guy moving into the 450s.
They better keep him in check.
Yeah. I don't think we were saying that before this season. His stock has gone up massively, even though he didn't win this title.
Absolutely.
Got a long way to go. Deegan ended up just 4 points short.